Yeah, my alarm went off. So anyhow, I was saying I have to protect my hair when I go to CSS or the courthouse. So I just left the drive-thru. He's under a different impression. I haven't been there in a while, okay? I have not been there in a while. They were talking about how he was going to find out. The agent that was using his identity would now find out that they've been lying about me and lying on me, and that they're attacking me and placing me in the vibrational frequency that they're placing me in for no reason. Okay? So, I'm going to turn the camera this way because I know you can't see me. So, when I get there, it wasn't the one guy or the one agent, you know. This thing, sometimes his face is screwed up like it's disturbed to see me. Sometimes it looks like it's confused about seeing me. Disturbed and confused, you might say they're the same, but there's a little variation in it. So, anyhow, today had it's like he was disturbed, but he quickly recovered. He never really does that. He quickly recovered from it. And he asked me, he said, "Hey, how you doing?" He tells the guy, he said, "Move back, move back." And then he acted like he was going to punch him in his stomach. So he moved back. He said, "It's a paying customer." So I haven't been there in a while. The last time that I went there, I saw the guy that I purchased my pistol from when I was leaving. Neither one of us said anything to each other. Matter of fact, I don't even know if he saw me. I didn't know it was him until the light changed and I saw him pull off. So that was the last time I went to Grand Street drive-thru. I haven't been there in a while. He noticed I wasn't on my bike, but then, you know, pay that any mind. They thought I was going to leave my apartment on my bike tonight. Today, this is my first time out in 3 days. This is my first time out. I spent 3 days inside. The 22nd, the 23rd, the 24th. So, last week, as I was preparing to stay in and getting some things that I needed, I noticed that they were putting the females, a couple of the females on Upland at the stores, okay? So they put them where they normally don't go. They had the twin go. The twin stays across the street. They've been calling her me, but they've been calling all the neighbors me, okay? Just playing out a different reality. That's why they try to keep them separate, okay? So, and they very seldom run into another or cross one another. And occasionally they do something extreme, like just act like they were acquainted when they weren't. So, they were calling her me, and they had her go to Grant Street drive-thru. They sent her there to pose as me. Now, the thing about those encounters that they're having, when they send someone there, a subconscious mind attack is about what they're creating about the day's events, okay? Like I said, I haven't left my apartment in 3 days. So for 3 days, they did some real extreme lies, some real extreme lying, okay? I'm trying to get to it. So anyhow, when I went, he asked me that. He said, "You just got off work?" It's 11:30 p.m., okay? He said, "You just got off work." He ain't never known me to have a job. But I've noticed that there's been a shift. The things that easily play the stupidest and will easily proclaim, you know, spark up something that they know is not being done are back. So if you look at old things with me and Rochelle, the caseworker, you know, there was a couple of conversations early on that I didn't record, but then you'll see that they were kind of keeping her the same for the most part, where she got to a point where she wasn't rejecting the things that I was saying. And then this last meeting, when she called me in out of nowhere, we were supposed to meet on the 22nd, and she called me in on the 14th or 15th. And she's back to refusing, like making a lot of excuses for things, you know what I'm saying, like, and being undermining about it, as if, you know what I'm saying. I've established that when I speak, I know what's going on. So she's back now. This thing is back, and it used to be at EZ, okay? They changed. Like when you look at the maps on my phone, when I take a picture, how they're lying about where I am. Let's say I live right here, okay? On the map, let's say I live right here, and there's an alley behind this house, okay? So that's kind of set in stone. And then across the street, there's another house. On the map, when I pull it up, it will have that my address, my street address is over there. So this address right here will show is over there. And it's obvious manipulation of reality, because not only does the address conflict, but the alley is not where it's supposed to be. You get what I'm saying? This address number is associated with the alley being behind it or whatever, something like that. So he was just watching me make that movie, dog. I mean, just watching me record from the corner and listening from a, you see what I'm saying? So